Hello, my name is William Pursell, and I'm from Connecticut. I'm an American citizen from Connecticut. I currently live in Chicago, Illinois, and I'm 24 years old, and I graduated in 2011 from Providence College with an English major, and am now looking to teach English in South Korea. And also filming this is my co-applicant Lisa Peterson, who you'll see in another video. And she's just going to run through the questions for me so I can answer them for you and we can get to know me a little bit better. All right, Lisa?
So why are you applying for this program?
Well, I'm applying for this program because, Lisa and I are both avid travelers. We really want to go and see the world, and we really want to get to know especially the Asian culture and sort of that side of the world. And both of us have really come down to this understanding that doing so as a teacher in South Korea would probably be the best way to do it, go about it, and really after doing a lot of research on teaching English abroad in different countries, even just within the Asian continent, we've come to realize that South Korea really has a great program that takes care of the teachers and provides the opportunity to obviously get to know South Korea, but potentially get to know more of Asia, while there for the year.
What teaching experience do you have, and what have you learned from the experiences?
So, two major pieces of teaching experience that I have in my on my resume are, number one, I was a camp counselor at this. It was a camp back in Connecticut, Sports Sense, and it was a sports and recreation camp where we had kids from 1st through 8th grade, and obviously varying ages there, and we would just show them new sports, new activities, kind of show them healthful tips and things of that nature. And so I was a counselor, but I taught many different sports there, and again, I was teaching sports to kids from 1st to 8th grade. And then after that, I was a lifeguard, in which besides lifeguard duties, I also was teaching swim lessons, and that was also to kids from about 5 to 9 years old. And so I would say those are the two most pertinent pieces of relevance to teaching. And what did I learn from it? I'm being reminded. And what did I learn from it? I learned that number one, it's a difficult task to keep kids on task. It's especially when you're dealing with teaching sports, and especially actually when you're talking about teaching kids to swim. It's very difficult to maintain their focus and keep everyone on task, and it's something that I learned as I was doing those different things. But another big thing I learned, and this comes more, or is more important in the teaching of swimming, was that kids have obviously very different levels of ability. So, as an example, a kid obviously can't swim at all, cannot deal with it, and you have to be able to reconstruct your lesson plan so that you can help kids that are really struggling versus kids who maybe are getting it a little bit easier. So it's something that I learned definitely is how to adapt to people with varying levels within a class.
So you already just spoke about this, but how would you define your teaching style and philosophy?
Number one thing is flexibility. You have to be flexible no matter what, because in a perfect world, in a perfect classroom, like I sort of alluded to before, all people would be at the exact level, doing well, understanding everything that's going on. It's never going to happen that way. So, one of the main things I try and focus on, and again, I know I just kind of spoke on this, but is to really adapt my lesson planning and adapt and make sure that I can, manipulate my teaching styles so that I can get through to all kids, and that I can, help benefit all kids at, becoming better at exactly what they're doing. Obviously, in this case, speaking English.
What would you do to develop your relationship with students and the school faculty?
Well, the first thing you do with students is simply enough, make sure you learn their names. Obviously you can develop a relationship with them by learning interests of theirs, things that they like to do and see, and definitely incorporating that into lesson plans, any way that would obviously be beneficial in teaching them English, teaching the new curriculum that's coming up. But if I can incorporate things of interest of theirs, I think that's a good way to build a relationship with students. And then, and obviously just as important is building a relationship with the faculty. And I think that really is done in extracurricular activities. I think that, staying late and participating in any sort of school events, or even weekend events, any kind of thing that may bring you in contact with the faculty outside of the classroom and maybe even just outside of the school walls is probably the best way to build a relationship with the faculty as well.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, basically just want to end this by, I guess, saying what makes me different, what makes me a unique applicant, and that's simply that, my life really, one of my big interests is traveling, exploring new cultures, learning as much as I can about what's happening outside the United States, and couple that with my love of, obviously I'm an English major, I like to read and write, and I have a profound knowledge of the English language. So, I love new cultures, I love the English language and reading and writing and put those two together, and I think that it really makes a lot of sense that teaching English would be something, that I would really value and something that I think I would do very well at.